Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Pre Dic show of the Rant. Said that backwards. That's okay. I'm Drunk Farmer, and yes, there's been a lot of news been going on about last week's loss to Illinois. A lot of missed opportunities. Shot ourselves in the foot. Blah 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 blah. But we have to move on. Yeah, it was a bad loss, but we have to move on. Our first home game is against the University of Fordham. Yeah. That's right, Fordham. They're an FCS school. This should be a winnable game. This game should be a game that I think Nebraska should, clean up the mistakes. This is probably the team kind of to do it against, start cleaning up the mistakes that we did last week against Illinois. I think this is the game to do it. This is going to be an angry game. This is going to be an angry Cornhusker football team. And the poor quarterback who has to face this is not a bad quarterback. Actually, he's actually a pretty good quarterback. He likes to throw. He's a pocket quarterback. His name is Tim Dermott. He led his conference in passing yards and passing touchdowns. They have a junior running back named Zach Davis who led the league in rushing, and a junior offensive lineman who's also pretty good, who's earned first team honors. I'm reading notes down here, by the way. Also, DeMont, he's 6'4", 208 pounds, so the guy can see over the line. He did pretty good. Last year, he threw for over 1,000 yards, had a passing percentage of 72.1%. Nationally, he's pretty good in the NCAA FCS. Passing yards per game, 349.7 yards. So this kid does throw the ball around a lot, and hopefully our secondary is going to be well alert of this. Also, he's 13th in the FCS in pass efficiency, which is 148.5. He's 6th in total offense with 360.3 yards in average. So, yeah, we're looking at a kid who can throw the ball around. His best game was against Holy Cross, it says here, where he threw for over 440 yards. So, yeah, this kid's going to throw the ball around a lot. This means for the Nebraska defense and secondary, we need to get after this kid quickly because apparently this kid can throw. Apparently this kid might be a pro prospect. I mean, he's built like a pro-style quarterback. So Nebraska and I don't think he's really all that mobile. I've seen some footage on him. He doesn't look all that mobile, but he does pick his spots. But if we can corral him, rattle his cage, I think Nebraska will have a pretty fair chance of shutting down the Fordham offense. Defensively, Fordham, I don't think they'll stack up against our offensive line. I mean, I know our offensive line last week didn't do all that great. This is a chance for our offensive line to redeem themselves against a team like this, and they should do it. If they don't, I'm going to cry. All in all, Adrian Martinez and the offense should have a pretty good game against Fordham. Now, defensively, like I said, get after that quarterback and get him off the field. Don't let this guy have a lot of time. He can pick secondaries apart. Like I said, let's get to him hard and get to him fast and early. So my prediction after saying all that neat stuff, it might be a blowout. Hopefully it is a blowout. We haven't had a blowout in a long time, have we? No, we haven't. I'd like to see Nebraska blow these guys out of the water, to tell you the honest truth. So I'm picking Nebraska this week over Fordham. Hopefully it's not a close game. Hopefully it's a blowout. Adrian Martinez and the offensive line need to get their heads together, and this is probably a team to do it against. They need to go find themselves because last week they started out good. Then it just went to crap. One thing I'm going to knock on Scott Frost is and a lot of people have said it, and before I go, he needs to adjust better. He needs to keep adjusting throughout the game because every team's going to throw different schemes at us. I think Scott Frost and the offense need to adjust a lot better. If they do that, they have a pretty good shot of winning some games. But that's the knock I have on Scott Frost. He needs to adjust better. Until then, this has been the Pre Dic Show. And by the way, I'm picking Nebraska. I am the Drunk Farmer. I will see you next week with my prediction when we play. Well, I'll see you after the Fordham game because I'm going to rant about that. So until then, I screwed up the ending, but that's okay. You get the idea. I'll see you Saturday. And if I remember right, kids, it's an 11 o'clock game. And I think, don't quote me, I think it's on the Big Ten Network, but don't quote me. Until then, everyone, I'm Drunk Farmer. This has been the Pre Dic Show. I'll see you Saturday on the rant. Hopefully it'll be a happy rant. Till then, boom!